Hello guys, welcome to Digit. My name is Rajneesh Dubey and today we are in beautiful Bangalore to test ride the brand new Punch EV. Now this fantastic color is called Seaweed Green and this particular variant is the top end Empowered plus S long range. Now the Tata Punch EV is the first dedicated EV from Tata Motors. Now what that means is that it sits on a platform that is first electric only. Now let me explain it by giving you a quick example. You see cars like Tata Tiago and Tata Tigor, they are first petrol cars, they are first ICE vehicles, they are not primarily electric cars. This Punch over here, this is first electric only. There is no ICE variant of the architecture that this car sits on. Chalo, with all that said, let me quickly take you through all that is new on this Tata Punch EV. From the outside, the car's headlight and DRLs are new on the Tata Punch EV. It is a very comprehensive change because the entire front has been redesigned to accommodate the charging port. From the sides, the alloy wheels are new. Meanwhile, the rest of the side profile of the Punch EV is literally identical to the normal Tata Punch, and the same is the case from the back of the car as well. In terms of boot space, the car gets around 366 liters of boot, which is identical to what you get in the Tata Punch, and you don't get any spare tire either, but instead get a puncture repair kit. In terms of interior space, the Tata Punch EV remains almost unchanged to its ICE cousin. On the front, you have enough space for someone who is 6 foot or even above. There's plenty of headroom and there's plenty of legroom. Even this seat is not right now adjusted to my seat height, so let me just first do that. Just have to put it a little bit front. So yeah, for reference, my height is 5'8" and I am sitting comfortably over here. So let's check out how is it at the back area. I still have plenty of headroom and plenty of legroom. Now I have to tell you that the seat out front is adjusted to my height, but still I have enough room over here, and I also have good thigh support, which is very nice. Chalo, let me show you the best part about having an EV. Come closer. Look here, there is no hump between these two areas, which means that anyone who is sitting in the middle can sit comfortably and for hours. So which is very nice. Also, if no one is sitting here, then you can easily pull out the armrest that is located over here. Unfortunately, it has no cup holders, but again, that's good enough. Now you also get these wide opening doors at the rear and also at the front. And in terms of storage space, you can see that over here we have a bottle placement place embedded in the door, and we also have this pocket in front of up here. Now this space is not enough for you to store a big bottle, it's just good enough for small pouches only. Now that we are done with the exterior of this car, let me show you what all you get on the inside. First up, let me begin with the brand new seat ventilation system that you get on the passenger side as well as on the driver side. Now the place to be is on the inside of the new Tata Punch EV. Firstly, the steering wheel. Now it will remind you of the new Tata Safari. Now this is dual tone and design and it is stitched very well, and there are only 2 spokes, there is no third spoke, which is again brand new thing that the Tata Motors is trying out. Now as you will move over here on the infotainment touch display, this will remind you of the brand new Tata Nexon EV. Now this particular thing is a high refresh rate display and it also has a decent resolution as well. The good thing here is that this high refresh rate display supports wireless Android Auto as well as wireless Apple CarPlay. Now on top of that, you also get some built-in apps over here in the Acti.EV. As you can see, we have a bunch of apps ranging from JioSaavn, Gaana, Dash Radio to JioPages web browser, as well as some sports and games. As you can see, we have BB Racing too. Let's give it a try. Now, apart from these games and all, you also get these streaming apps including YouTube, Disney Plus Hotstar and Amazon Prime, on which you can even watch your favorite shows while you are in traffic. But you cannot watch these shows while you are driving. As soon as your car will go upwards of 5 kilometers per hour, these shows will stop. So we also have a bunch of touch-based controls over here. Let me show you where they are. As you can see, we have a bunch of these over here. This is hill control descent, this is button for opening your boot, and this is your 360 degree camera. Let's see what happens if I press it. Okay, so I have pressed it, and yeah, You can see over here that we have a very nice high definition camera, and we can see our car in 3D over here, which is again very nice, very handful, especially if you are new to driving and who needs to see how much space is all around his or her car. Okay, so yeah, you can choose from a bunch of cameras over here. So yeah, that was it. And now let me show you what is one thing that is really annoying me about these touch controls. So let's say you want to increase the temperature in your car. So you will go down and you'll do this, okay, right? But see what happened. While I was increasing the temperature, I accidentally shut off the AC. Now let's say if you are in traffic and if you are trying to maintain your focus on the road, then carefully doing this becomes a chore. It becomes something very difficult, and I think that is somewhere touch based controls lag behind in terms of physical based controls. Now you also get these brand new IRVM along with a brand new driver side console. Now this one is fully digital and it is loaded with information ranging from range and TPMS, as you can see over here. Now we have energy flow as well as a chart of how efficiently your car is performing. And then over here we have the media like the CarPlay or Android Auto, which is connected. And then we have navigation, so we have notifications. Any notification that comes on your device will be displayed here. And then we have energy info. Now this one is shown only when the charger is connected. Okay, so right now my maps are running on this screen. Now if I want to transfer them over to this screen, all I have to do is come over to the navigation tab, and I can do that just by pressing this button over here, this menu button. So I have to press and press and press and press until I come over to navigation. Okay, so right now I'm in navigation and I just have to press OK now. And right now over here, this is the view. And if I want to expand these maps, I just have to press again OK one more time. And now the entire screen is mapped, and now I don't have to look over here to check the directions, which is pretty nice. Now let me show you how the gear system works on the new Tata Punch EV. Let's come over here. Okay, so here right now the car is in park, and if I want to change the gear, I just have to press the brake button and I just have to shift the dial. Now there is a slight delay while doing this, which I am not particularly a fan of, and anyone who drives a manual will not be a fan of this. So yeah, that is something that you have to keep in mind. Now you also have this auto hold feature right over here, and you also have your electronic parking brake. Now in terms of storage space, you get one storage slot for your key right over here, then you get two cup holders, then you get a place to charge your phone over here. By the way, this is also cooled and this will not heat up your phone while wirelessly charging it. And then you have a little bit of space over here. And now in terms of socket, you get a USB type A, a 5 volt 3 ampere USB type C, and a 12 volt charger over here as well. Yeah. Now there are no vents over here at the rear, and there are no charging ports either. You do get some storage space over here for small stuff, but like there are no charging ports, which is again kind of seems bad in a car which costs so much. Now with all that said and done, let's take this car out for a drive and see how it performs in the real world. So come with me. Now in normal cars, to unlock or lock the door, you get a button over here there somewhere, but that is not present here. Let me show you why. Because if you want to, let's say, lock all the doors, you just have to do this, and this will lock all the doors. Now if you want to unlock the doors, you just have to do this. In terms of performance, this thing is very quick. It is nimble and it is fast on its feet, despite this thing weighing a lot than its ICE counterpart. Now when you compare it with the ICE Punch, now that thing used to have this little problem, and that was lack of power. See, it was powered by a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated engine, and that was really not enough for the kind of vehicle that car was. Right from the get-go, Tata Punch was a car which was deserving of a much more powerful motor, either the 1.2 liter turbo that comes in Nexon or the 1.5 liter diesel. Something had to, change in the old ICE Punch for it to make a better product, which people can really appreciate. Now this thing solves that exact same issue. So you see, Tata Punch EV does not have that laggy AMT automatic gearbox that used to come in the ICE Punch. So because of that, this thing drives very smoothly and there is no jerking while going faster or doing a little bit of a rough driving. So all that's being taken care of very nicely. And the electric powertrain really makes up for the turbo petrol as well as for the diesel engine, because it is silent, it is smooth, and it is very punchy. I mean, the moment you put your foot down, the car just flies away. Doesn't matter how much stuff is in your car or how much loaded it is, it just goes. Now you will really start to appreciate Tata Punch EV when you finally put it into sports mode. Now I have put it into sports mode right over here, and just by doing that, the car has, I think, unlocked even a little bit of more power. So right now my throttle response is even better. Yeah. And as you can see, the car that just passed me from over here, I have no trouble chasing them down or overtaking them. It reaches 100 very fastly. Yeah, it did not even took me 10 full seconds to reach 100 in sports mode. So that was very nice. Plus the added weight of the battery pack really gives you that supple, that planted ride, which is again very nice. And although this steering wheel is light when you are in the city, it becomes really stiff as you start driving on the highway, which is also very nice and aids in the stability of this car. Now right now I am in a traffic type of situation. Now over here is the braking regeneration function really shines. Like if I want to go fast, I can easily go fast without having to worry about braking. I can just do a single pedal driving. Like I will just accelerate to the back of another car and then I'll just release it, and then it will automatically apply brakes. Like I know I'm going to get slow, so that it gives me enough confidence to go even faster. However, I will still not advise you to use the highest level of brake regeneration while you're traveling out on the highway, mainly because of one main reason, and that's because whenever you take your foot off now, the braking power that takes hold over the entire vehicle is quite strong, and someone who is not familiar with it is bound to make another car that's coming behind you crash into them. So keep the regen level at least to level 1 or level 2 while you're out on the highway, where there is a lot of cars traveling behind you as well. But once you reach a very tense traffic situation where you are going very slowly, in those particular situations the L3 level of regen braking is the best. Now, one really awesome thing which I absolutely love about the new Tata Punch EV is that the suspension on this thing are fabulous. Now, Tata Punch is known for having fabulous suspension already, but I don't know, somehow this thing takes it up a level, like even more. Like I just passed through a ton of speed breakers and this thing just glides over them. Everything is so soft, so supple, and yet I'm not feeling that much of body roll. Like yeah, I am feeling that there is quite a bit of weight beneath my legs, but still despite all of that, the car feels very planted, and it is not top heavy, it is bottom heavy. So I do get that sense of stability while I'm on the road, while I'm cruising at 100 kilometers per hour. So that all is very nice. So suspension on the Tata Punch EV are A+. Apart from the boot space, you also have a Frunk over here. Let me show you how much space you actually get. So this is the Frunk lid. You can open and then you can load stuff up to max 5 kg inside over here. Now if you're not able to open the charging socket from inside the car, there is another way. Come over here. Just pull this release valve and this thing opens. So overall, the Tata Punch EV is a good product. Now unlike its ICE counterpart, it does not have an engine, so it is not likely to face all those engine related issues that people usually face. So I would say that if you are looking for an EV for an SUV-ish type EV in the market and your budget is under 15 lakhs, go for this car's even base models long range version. That is the one to get. Do not go for the top end version. Yes, there are screens, yes, there are a lot of features and gadgets and all that, but that is not why you are buying an EV. You are buying an EV to save money and to get more out of your money. So go for the Tata Punch EV, and yeah, let me know how it works out for you. This was Ratnesh Dubey and you were watching Digit, and I will see you guys in the next one.